Hi, I'm Lori Wildenberg. I'm a licensed parent and family educator and the author of 6 books with the book Messy Hope Help Your Child Overcome Anxiety, Depression, or Suicidal Ideation. And today, for this class, we're going to be talking about cultivating your support network. And boy, this is really important when you're going through extreme stress or anxiety or depression. It's really important to have a support network. But you know what? It's always important to have a support network, come to think of it, because we need people to come alongside us and to be with us. And there's no shame in asking for help. And we know how much we love to help somebody else. Well, other people feel the same way. So why don't we ask? We need to be able to ask. We aren't meant to be the Lone Ranger going through life. So ask if you need help. And even prior to needing help, having a support network really is an important thing. A support network can look like somebody that you like to exercise with. A support network could be someone that you like to go for walks with. A support network could be somebody that you really like chatting with on the phone. Maybe somebody at church that you can talk with about spiritual things. A support network can actually be pretty big, and we can draw on people for different things. And that's where we need to sort of recognize who's good for what situation. If you're in a difficult situation and you feel like, gosh, it would be really important for me to get out and take a hike, your support network could very well be just the person that you like to go hiking with. It may not be the one that you is your go-to person that you're going to call on the phone and talk about the deep things of your heart. It's okay to have different people, and in fact, I think it's probably a good idea to have different people in your support network. But at the same time, it's really good for us to identify who's going to be good for what situation. Now, for my husband, a support network for him looks like someone that he can go fishing with or or hunting with. That is a good support network for him, not necessarily someone that he's going to bare his soul to. All right. These are, we all need something different for support. And so I've got a list of people that, or a list of qualities that I think are really important for choosing those people who respond to a deeper need, maybe the person that you call up and really talk about maybe the deeper things, the harder things. And just as a caveat, make sure that with your support network, it's a reciprocal thing, because otherwise the person on the other end is going to feel sort of used. I know that sometimes that's hard if I have someone who is always calling me up and needing something, and then it's not reciprocated if I were to need something. So if there's a situation where you feel like you just want to have it be one way, definitely that's where you would want to have a professional, right? You would want to have a professional mental health person be a part of your support network where you can just talk. So here are some qualities that I think are really helpful. Um, Someone who's loyal, a confidence keeper, wise, discerning, keeps promises, is empathetic, um, will tell you the truth, but also say it in a kind, grace filled way. And someone who's not going to judge your feelings, like, well, why do you feel like that? Or you shouldn't feel like this or that. Um, Someone who is rather going to listen and ask, perhaps, how can I help? Asking some good questions. You probably want someone in your inner circle, your support network, to be someone who doesn't necessarily give unsolicited advice. Sometimes in our support network, all we really want is someone to listen and not problem solve for us. We just want someone to listen. So those are some qualities that I think are really helpful in a support network. And I think to watch out for people who possess these qualities, that they are not going to be your best support people. Someone who's going to kind of shame you for thinking or speaking or feeling a particular way, someone who discounts your story or your emotions, um, someone who maybe even invalidates them. You know, you shouldn't feel like that. You don't need to feel like that, or it's not that big of a deal. All right. The invalidator really only pushes you deeper into those feelings, because then you're back to the place of wanting to convince that person that it really is valid. So that's not helpful either. um, the person who gives unsolicited advice or will problem solve for you, someone who's unreliable. I mean, if we want someone in our support network, they need to be a reliable person. Someone who gives you the guilt along with the shame, nah, that's no good. So just be careful of those qualities. And if you've noticed that you've shared something with someone and then they bring it back up and kind of throw it in your face later, that's someone who really weaponizes that private information, and we want to avoid those sort of people. So those are the qualities to avoid, and the other qualities are qualities of people to look for, and to be very mindful of who is in your very close circle, the one that you can share your heart with. And then as you extend out, where are those support people in other situations? Your people that you like to learn things with, people that you might like to study with, people that you might like to go out and have fun with. That's important too. Those are important support people as well. But be very discerning when it comes to sharing your heart. Anyway, I hope this has been helpful, and I hope that you're able to find a good support network. I'm Lori Wildenberg, and thanks for coming to the class.